This is the greatest. Oh, everybody, the Rubbish Antenna series. What fun. I've found my calling, making antennas out of rubbish. I've been doing it for years, but now it's got an official title. Woohoo! Rubbish Antenna series for the win. I love this. All right, I just hooked up the radio. Now I'm going to get some power into it, get the microphone, and let's get on the air. See if we can make a contact on 40 metres. G'day mate, Simon, VA7BIX. Welcome to episode 3 of the Rubbish Antenna series. I am so excited about this, guys, and the more I dive into this, just the more things seem to pop up and more rubbish antenna ideas come to mind. And you'll see the e-bike in the background. We're going to be using that today, and this could be not only an e-bike, it could be any form of transportation. It could be a wheelchair, it could be a ATV, a quad, a triple, whatever, a scooter, an ordinary push bike. And we're going to get this set up with the Rubbish Antenna series, and we're going to actually put not one, but we're going to put 2 whips on this, which you've probably seen in other videos that I've done. But the whole premise now and the rules are, the official rules are, we have to make it resonant for 20 metres and also for 40 metres. So that's the new rules of the RAS Pure, if you will. Let's get on with the show, guys. And here's to the Rubbish Antenna series. Woohoo! Episode 3. And what I've got here, guys, I've just got the pannier sitting on the back, and I took one of these to Australia and basically mounted it straight onto the ladder, and that was the Rubbish Antenna series episode 1. And over here, guys, you'll see that I've got the ordinary PL259 connected to another one, and we've got it set up in a V configuration. All right, let's see what the SWR is for 20 metres. And then we'll see what it's for 40 metres. And I know that if I set this up as a boomerang configuration, which is essentially an L, so the radiating element goes straight up and the ground radial goes horizontally, I can get it 1-to-1 on 20 metres. But for all intents and purposes today, I want to try to keep it somewhat uniform. And like I said earlier, guys, this I think is a potential real lifesaver and an essential piece of kit for farmers and people in rural communities around Australia and other parts of the world. And you could simply just mount this onto the bracket or the rack on the back of an ATV or a 2-wheel motorbike or anything, with 2 17-foot whips, race up to the highest point of your property and start calling for help. So this is absolutely fantastic. All right, the moment of truth. Let's see if we can get this thing resonant. All right. One of the most important things, guys, you're going to need one of these. You're going to need to make a little jumper, and I just basically used about a 10-inch piece of wire, and just put 2 big bulldog clips on, or big battery clamps on each end. And I'll show you why, because if you come over here, because we've got to go from the ground side of the PL259. I like doing that because I can get a good purchase, good contact onto that. And then with this, because there's no coax on there, we're going to go straight to that part of the antenna, like so. Boom, there we go. So the only thing that we've got to remember now is we're essentially adding this amount of length to the ground side. So what I'll probably do is just reduce this by almost 3/4 of a section to account or accommodate that variation there. All right, let's have a look at the SWR. Okay, there we go. We're 1.39 to 1 at 13.5 megahertz. Unbelievable. All right, so what I'm going to do quickly now is I'm just going to shorten the antenna just a little bit. The driven, it's about half a section. Let's see what happens now. Woo! Well, there you go. All right, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it as is, and we're going to add the capacity hats to the 17-foot whips, and let's see if we can get this thing resonant for 40 metres. So this is going to be the moment of truth. So what I've got here, guys, this is really ugly. These are both 18 feet long, and I just basically grabbed all the offcuts I could, and I've just basically taped them together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly reduce the whips now. I'm going to put these to the end, and I'm going to splay them out, probably on about a 60-degree angle down to the fence, and just see where the SWR is. All right, here we go. Alrighty guys, so put this this whip, which is the ground side, fully up. I've just got the wire going off to the fence there. You can just see it there. I've literally just tucked it into there. And this literally took all of a minute to set up. So in an emergency, if this works, this could be the ultimate RAS antenna setup for 20 and 40 metres, and who knows, it might even be RAS pure. And I've just this is a bit droopy here, but it's all right, and I've just got it going into the corner of the fence there. So like before, I've just I've got the choke off. I haven't made any changes to the coax setup, and now we're on 40 metres, and for the return path in common mode, we all know that 40 metres is potentially notorious for it, right? So it'll be curious to see if we can get this thing resonant without a choke at all. All right, here we go. Ooh, look at this. Woo! 1.26 to 1 at 7.26 megahertz. All right, so we're in the 40 metre band. I got to say guys, I never in a month of Sundays would think that I would be able to make this antenna on my bicycle with two 17-foot whips and capacity hats resonant for 40 metres. Now I'm going to get some power into it, get the microphone, and let's get on the air, see if we can make a contact on 40 metres. All right, I just did a little bit of fiddling around, and we're basically 1-to-1. So if we go up here, no problem. Low Q. All right, now let's see if we can make a contact on 40 metres. This will be absolutely legendary.
I heard somebody else come in. Go ahead.
Yeah, roger, mate. I'm just after a radio check, actually. This is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-ray, and I'm just trying a two 17-foot whips with capacity hats on the back of my bicycle, and it seems to be resonant for 40 metres. I'm just wondering if I'm making the trip to you. Over.
You're doing very well. What's your location? Okay, the call sign here is November 7, Oscar Juliet Papa, and the handle is Russ, Romeo Uniform Sierra Sierra, and I'm about 35 miles southeast of the capital city of Salem in Oregon. Lyle, do you have a copy on Simon? Over.
Oh yes, he's in here just about the same strength you are, about S9 right now, so whatever he's doing is working.
Okay, well, very good there, Simon. Yeah, you're about 10 over. You're definitely in the red, so good signal. So whatever you're doing right. 73 in 70JP with the group.
So there we go, guys. Middle of the afternoon. The time right now is 3 on a Sunday afternoon. So not ideal for 40 metres, but holy smokes. All powered by the Jump 1800 Vito Man. This is absolutely amazing. All right, guys, so what I'm going to quickly do now is I'm going to take the capacity hat off each of these whips, and just for validity, let's see, I'm going to leave the choke off, and let's see if we can make a contact on 20 metres. Woohoo! There we are, basically 1-to-1. So we're 1-to-1 on 20 metres, guys, in this configuration here.
Como unas 4 veces que ha nevado aquí en el pueblo.
Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-ray. Almost, mate. Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-ray, QSL.
Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-ray. 5555 in California, US 1189er. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Alrighty, guys. Well, there you go. That was absolutely fantastic. I love this antenna. This is absolutely amazing. So you can do it either as an L or you can do it as a V, and for 40 meters, what an amazing NVIS antenna. And those guys all heard us down in Oregon and Idaho and Washington State respectively. Absolutely fantastic. And guys, here's a little link up here, and I'll also put it down in the description below. But I have a Discord, the HamJazz Discord, and the new focus of the Discord is going to be about the RAS series, about the Rubbish Antenna series. So if you're interested in joining the HamJazz Discord, guys, here's the little QR code, and it's really, really fun. Lots of great guys in there. We love to geek out about antennas, and hope to see you over there. Also, a huge shout out to Vito Man, the Jump 1800. I love this guy. This is the official power box for my trailer, which will be riding 1,400 kilometres with me this summer to raise money for kids' mental health. Vito Man also donated a unit to me in Australia, which I gave to Blaze Aid, and I'm hoping that Blaze Aid and Vito Man can go Australia-wide. Absolutely fantastic. A huge shout out to my friend June, who's been absolutely inspirational and legendary over at Vito Man. Thanks for everything, June. Thank you for believing in me. And I'm really, really excited, guys, about the Rubbish Antenna series. It's just endless. I'm dreaming about it. I'm thinking of more rubbish antennas and more crazy ideas. I learned a lot when I was with Blaze Aid working in these farms in a little bit of sort of a remoter part of northeastern Victoria, away from Seymour, away from Avenel, away from Euroa, away from Ruffy and Terrap. No cell service at all, and it made me really think about something like this, how this could be absolutely so beneficial to farmers in Australia that have no cell service. And if they do have UHF radio, fantastic. But what happens when you contact a guy 1, 2, 3, 5 kilometres away? He or she might not necessarily have cell coverage either, right? So the plot just thickens there. So having a portable, convenient, versatile and dead easy HF setup that you can operate on 20 and 40 metres and to be able to call for help, to me, is just absolutely of paramount importance and an absolute game changer. So thanks everybody for watching. You're awesome. I want to get this video out. This is absolutely amazing. It didn't go quite to plan. I was thinking that I was going to head down to the park and shout at people, as my wife and daughter says, but the weather is turning. We've got about 5 or 6 days of serious rain coming. So I just wanted to get this out, and this is episode 3 of the Rubbish Antenna series. I'm learning as I go, of course. I know nothing about antenna theory. I'm getting a ton of wonderful comments from all of you out there. You're very, very, very smart and very kind to take the time out of your day to watch my videos. I really appreciate it, and I absolutely love all of the feedback that you're giving me. So thank you, guys, and I just, from the bottom of my heart, I can't thank you enough. All right, guys, I've got to pack up here. It looks like it's about to start pouring rain. So guys, if this is the first time to my channel, g'day mates, how you going? I'm Crazy Simon, or Crazy HamJazz, and if you're a return viewer, welcome back, mates. Thank you so much for swinging by again. And guys, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like and subscribe, because your support fuels my passion and helps keep the inspiration alive. All right, everybody, Simon HamJazz, over and out. This whole thing is being powered by the Vito Man Jump 1800. I'll show you that here shortly. I've got it sitting on the table here. I've been riding the bike. I went actually just off to play pickleball with my lovely wife, and used about 30% of the battery. So right now I've just got this charging while I get set up with the antennas on the Jump 1800. So I've just got the e-bike plugged into the little transformer, if you will. And this is we're back in North America now, so this is the 110 volt Vito Man Jump 1800, and just to give you an idea, there we go, just turn this off, it's drawing 183 watts, so basically, what's that, basically 1.5 amps, and we're at 96% capacity, and this can run, this basically at 183 watts, can operate for 10 hours, hence the Jump 1800, 183 roughly by 10 is 1800. So this thing's an absolute beauty. You've obviously got your 3 AC inlets or outlets, if you will. You've got a jumper cable capability here, and you've got the ability to charge a battery. You've got your 12 volt to 60 volt inputs here. You've got USB-C, USB-A there. You've got your quick charge one at the bottom, which is awesome. And we're going to be plugging the ICOM 7300 into this, and we're going to be running 100 watts. All right, let's get set up, guys. And Vito Man Jump 1800 for the win. Woohoo!